Hello friend, welcome to the new video. In this video today we are going to talk about the apomixis. Okay, so the apomixis literally means that away from mixing. Okay, so the definition is that the apomixis, it's a process, okay, that will replace what it will replace. It will replace the normal sexual reproduction okay, and it will replace it by asexual reproduction. Okay, so to do so, to replace the normal sexual reproduction by the asexual reproduction, it will bypass the process of meiosis and the process of fertilization. Okay, so for you I will repeat the definition of the apomixis. It's defined as the process that will replace the normal sexual reproduction by the asexual reproduction by bypassing the process of meiosis and the fertilization. Okay, so there are two characteristic components of the apomixis. Okay, the first one is apomeiosis. Okay, and the second one is the parthenogenesis. Okay, so I will explain you the components one by one. In the apomeiosis, what will happen? The cell will generate that can form the embryo without the meiosis. Okay, so what will happen in the apomeiosis? Cell generation will happen. Okay, and these generated cell, they can form embryo. Okay, they can these cells, they will form the embryo without meiosis. Okay, whereas parthenogenesis, it's a development of the embryo without fertilization. So embryo development without fertilization. Okay, so the apomixis, the next thing you need to know about the apomixis, that it's a very rare phenomenon. Okay, in general, but it is also common in few plants. Okay, so for few species, a few plant families, it's a common phenomenon, apomixis. Okay, so I will give you the example of the one or two families. Okay, the first is Astraceae, the second is the Poaceae, and the third is Rosaceae. Okay, so the plants of these families, they will undergo apomixis in general also. Okay, so I already told you that it's a rare phenomenon. So when it is going to happen in general plants? Okay, so it is the apomixis will happen when the plant, it will fail to carry normal fertilization. Okay, then the plant has no other way than to undergo the apomixis process, otherwise it will die. Okay, so when the plant will go fail to carry the normal fertilization process, either due to abnormal physiological factor, okay, or due to the environmental variables. Okay, environmental variables means like temperature, light, or other things. Okay, that is related to the environment. So due to the environmental variables and the abnormal physiological factor, the plant, if they fail to carry the normal fertilization, then the apomixis will occur. Okay, so apomixis is also known as apogamy. Okay, so apogamy or the apomixis, they are the interchangeable terms. Okay, and both refers to the formation of sporophyte by parthenogenesis of the gametophytic cells. So now there are 6 type of apomixis. Okay, so there are 6 type of apomixis. The first is gametophytic. So what will happen in the gametophytic apomixis? In this type of apomixis, the unreduced cell, they will develop into the megagametophyte. So in the gametophytic apomixis, unreduced cell, okay, they will develop into megagametophyte. Okay, so this is the what kind of the apomixis. Okay, the second kind of apomixis is sporophytic. So what will happen in the sporophytic apomixis? The unreduced cell, they will develop into embryo. Okay, the third kind of apomixis is recurrent apomixis. I will write it here, recurrent apomixis. Okay, this is the third kind of apomixis. And what will happen in the recurrent apomixis? The embryo sac, I will put it in the bracket so that is easier for you to remember. So in the recurrent apomixis, the embryo sac, it will develop into megaspore mother cell. Okay, okay. In case of apomixis, recurrent apomixis, both embryo and egg cells, okay, they both are diploid. The fourth kind of apomixis is the non-recurrent. Okay, so this is the fourth kind. So in this, embryo develop from the egg cells. Okay, so embryo develops from egg cells. Okay, without the fertilization. The second point is, in this, both embryo and egg cell, they are haploids. Okay, remember, in the recurrent apomixis, the embryo cell and the egg cells, they are diploid, whereas in the non-recurrent, the embryo and egg cells, they are haploids. Okay, the fifth one is the apospory. Okay, so in this, the nuclear cell, they will form the apomictic embryo sac. Okay, the last one is the, I will use the another color so that it is easiest for you to see. The last one is the vegetative apomixis. Okay, the sixth one is vegetative apomixis. So here the bulbil will grow in place of a flower. Okay, so what will happen? The bulbil grows, okay, instead of the flowers, okay. Then these bulbils develop into the new plants, and this process will happen when they are still being attached to the mother plants, okay. So this is all in the current video. Thank you for watching the video. I hope the topic of apomixis and different kind of apomixis is clear to you. Thank you for watching the video.